Hey guys, Will Pemble here. Happy Saturday. I've been busy with grown-up stuff for the last part of the week, and today I'm going to try to make some progress. One of the things I need to do is I need to clean out the garage, and I also need to build a new set because of this thing called Protopalette, which you can learn about by checking out protopalette.com or clicking on some link around here to check out the videos. But I got to build a new set so that I can do Protopalette training videos to teach people about Arduino and stuff. And I think while I'm at it, I'm also going to try to build the thing so that I can make cooking videos. I don't know why. I just want to do it. I'm going to make cooking videos because I know how to cook, and you might enjoy it, and your folks and friends and family might enjoy it too. So anyway, I'm trying to get all of that to fit into the garage. I'm trying to get cooking videos and Arduino programming videos and roller coaster videos and other crazy science stuff to all fit inside my not very big garage, but I think I can do it. I think I'm up to it. So that's what my adventure today is going to be, to try to build this thing. So I'd like you to come along with. Come on. What I want to do is I want to be able to use this space for all sorts of things. And right now I already do. I use it to make my roller coaster videos and my roller coaster projects and science projects. And you see there's laundry going on in the background, and I've got messes of tools, and I'm not a particularly tidy person to begin with. And so I have this situation because I want to do two more things in this space than I'm already doing, and I don't want to stop doing anything else. This is called the Protopalette. And what it is a prototyping platform for Arduino and Raspberry Pi and microcontrollers. You can build really cool gadgets and electronic stuff, and I need to do that. And so my friend Carl and I invented this thing so that we could do that. And I want to start making Protopalette tutorials in this room. And the other thing that I want to do is I want to start making cooking videos in this room, which I know sounds really crazy, but that shouldn't ever stop you from doing something. So I need to build a kitchen set. I need this room to somehow or another look like a beautiful kitchen that you would want to cook in and that you would want to eat in. And if I offered you something delicious to eat in this room, you might want to take it outside, right? So that's kind of the big challenge, is how do I turn this crazy little garage into a functional, multi-purpose kind of a TV studio. Basically, the thing that I'm kind of puzzling with right now is, how do I turn, this into this? And it's not as hard as you might think. So I've spent a little bit of time. Lyle and I had some fun. Let me show you the adventure that we had over the last about day and a half, putting together what I think will end up being a pretty cool set. So to make that happen, we're going to do a little bit of work in the shop today, mostly wood shop work, very little, well, no welding today, but great fun, cool stuff with wood shop stuff. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to play a couple of games that Lyle and I thought of at breakfast. The first game we're going to play is called Chop Saw, and the second game we're going to play Nail Gun. So let's get started with that. Hey Lyle.
What?
What is my favorite store?
Duh. Look.
Oh yeah.
This is the roller coaster called the Daddy Express. Or the Coaster Dad, like literally.
That's funny. All right, look, Lally. This is the stuff that I'm thinking of using for the background, for the wall, for
And the
back.
stuff they use on the Wells Fargo building.
Yes, that too. All right. So we're gonna get some of these.
Okay.
So with most projects, father-son stuff especially, son sometimes can get bored, and so what I've done is adopted this strategy where I make sure that I have a book for him to read, and so when stuff gets boring, I'll go, oh, why don't you just sit in the car and read a book? Homework getting done. I won't lie, I'm never 100% sure that the stuff I tie to the roof of the car is going to be there when I get home. Good point.
I'm covered in sawdust.
That's okay. Hang on a second.
That's cool. I like Chop Saw.
Chop Saw is an awesome game. Here's how you play a nail gun. Just like the saw, a nail gun has a safety, right? And so if you just pull the trigger like this, it won't work.
No!
What it wants to do is it wants to be against something solid. And so once you push it against a piece of wood, you see that releases the safety. and then it will fire when you pull the trigger.
Oh, so that ruins my idea of nail gun archery.
That does ruin the idea of nail gun archery, it's true.
Darn.
Goodness. I'm going to hold this whole thing in place, and then what you're going to do is you're going to just push it up against the wood and fire.
Okay.
Okay?
Did I do that now?
Yep, you do that now. Okay. Up against the wood.
Really hope
Push it solid, strong, fire.
Whoa, my God.
Boom. All right, one
that
more.
That worked.
One more.
Another one?
All right, when
Ready?
you're ready. Yep. Boom.
That
Good
fired.
shot. Okay. So this is my frame. This is what's going to hold the brick-faced scenery in place. And the next step in the process is I'm going to put glue around the edges of this thing, place it down, tack it in place, and that's pretty much going to be it for the scenery. So let's get started on that right now. And that's kind of how that works. That's one panel that looks a whole lot like a brick wall, especially if you like obscure the whole rest of the background of what's going on there. And that's how most of scenery looks. Most movies are imaginary and completely nothing as soon as you get like a quarter of an inch behind the surface. So I got one more of those to build, and then I'll be able to set it up, and then we'll see how I got to making the set the way we did. I've got my 3 awesome panels all built up here, and they're pretty cool in a lot of ways. I put them on 2x4s so that I could slide them around, and at the same time they wouldn't be on wheels, so they'd kind of stay where I put them. And also, since they're wider at the top than they are at the bottom, they'll be easier to stack and lean against things. And I also think that they'll be less likely to scratch one another, see, because only the tippity top shows. And the way I shoot anyway, this part up here would never be seen. Now all I got to do is figure out a way to get them to lean up against something there so that they're mostly secure and will stay put at least long enough to shoot something, right? So I'm gonna get to work on that part next. Another thing that I want to make sure of when I build this structure is that I want it to not take away any of the vertical height in the garage. And so everything that I build has to be able to kind of fold up into the ceiling. And that's mostly because the ceiling's not that tall to begin with. If I had a warehouse, it'd be awesome, but I don't. So anyway, that's part of what I'm doing. I have to build this hinging structure that drops down and will support the stuff. And so that's what I'm building right now. The general idea here is that this board is going to hinge down, and that'll be where I attach the scenery to. So what I want it to do is I want this to be the point where it hinges. So I need to have a straight hole through and through this 2x4 and also through and through this 2x8, which is built into the garage here. So the way I'm going to do that is I've used the drill press to cut this hole in the board, and so I know that hole is square. I know it's exactly where I want it to be, and then I'm going to use that hole as a pilot hole to drill through the board in the house, and that's going to work something like this. Oh yeah! So I've built this little thingamajiggy here that straps on to 3 places. It's hinged onto these 3 beams here, and then I should be able to just hinge it down, right, when I need it, and that way I can lean my scenery up against this when I need to, and then when I don't need it, I can just fold it back up into the ceiling, and then I don't go banging into stuff as I carry big long things around the garage, which I sometimes do. So let's, I'm gonna give that a try, see if it works. And that's how we did it. That's how it came together, you know. It's the same garage, it's the same giant crazy mess that it ever was. All of the roller coaster stuff is still over there. I've just managed to create this little corner, sort of imaginary part of it where I can create any sort of world I want. And what I've discovered, the other really cool thing I've discovered today is that these panels, just whatever kind of background you get, these panels are super easy to build and they don't take up hardly any space at all. They take up like as much space as a folding table. So sort of as many backgrounds as you could think of or want, you could kind of build and keep them in your garage. So anyway, that's the scoop. Thank you for helping me bring physics, family, and fun to kids everywhere, especially fun today. And I will be back with more roller coaster adventures very, very soon. Please subscribe, please like, please share, please help me keep it going. I am Will Pemble, and I will see you soon.